She's dead!
Oh my god, she's between your legs.
Oh
god. This just got good.
Welcome to a special edition of Drawing Disasters.
Yes.
We have more disasters and more drawings.
We're surrounded by the biggest of the disasters, artists.
Yay!
Go ahead.
I'm Shannon.
Who is this?
I'm Halo Tunes.
Woo!
You already know me. It's fine.
Same.
I'm Beth from Wild Designs.
I'm Lisa from Songbird Beauty.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh my god, we did an introduction, guys.
That was fancy. Yeah. That's a wrap.
Alright, we're done.
We're done. Thanks for watching.
See you next Saturday.
So today on Drawing Disasters, we're gonna talk etiquette in the artist
And how you
alley.
should have some.
Obviously not finishing school style because we don't know that. Yeah, then we're gonna talk about in front of the table, behind the table,
On the
around the table,
Under the table.
under the table.
Under the table.
Prepositions. Propositions.
Folding the table.
First we're drinking. Yep. Cheers. Drawing disasters, not drawing disasters, without drawing. So we're gonna draw each other's names. Draw.
Chicken
No, he's gonna draw.
Indians!
Yay!
I don't know who all I've drawn. I think I've drawn everybody.
ELIA.
Yay!
Purple marble.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh!
You're too close for me to be able to draw you. You'll see it. No.
That's the downside. We'll all see it. We'll all see it.
No, actually.
Yes. Ta.
I got Lisa.
Which means I got Shannon!
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna draw each other while discussing Artist Alley etiquette.
Oh god, multitasking.
Alright, so do y'all want to start with in front of the table or behind the table?
Yes.
Let's do in front of the table.
Yes.
So as a con goer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
As a Congo.
Alright.
I do pixel art, so and I tend to draw a lot of my own patterns. Like I'm not like a lot of other bead artists out there that just copy patterns. So for me, when people start asking about what I do, I get a little defensive about it because people like to copy off each other. I've been doing this 5 years, so it took me a long time to figure out how to like get my designs put into like Photoshop or GIMP or like figuring out my system of how I do things. So I'm not gonna just give it out to somebody who's clearly fishing for information.
Don't be fishy.
Not even for themselves. Not even for themselves.
But for his brother, so he says. So
he says.
Yeah, so he says maybe it was
True.
for him, you know,
That's
or
true.
like asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Anyone who's like just coming to like try to figure out your.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty much.
They're trying to figure out the
stealing
Krabby
your
Patty
stuff.
secret recipe,
And-
and you're like, nah, plankton.
Yo!
We don't need no planktons at a con.
And then of course the closely related is the I could do that at home. I could make that.
Just don't.
You know what?
say
It's
that.
fine. It's fine if you think that. If you can make it, that's
Yes,
amazing.
that's
Your
fine.
talent is great, and maybe you
say
should
that.
make it and get a table. But don't say it in front of the artist.
It's just rude.
Just a dick. Rude.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
You just- if anyone ever tells you that, like, oh, I can do that, it's like,
Okay.
oh, cool. Well, I just saved you the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Love that.
Are you giving them permission to use it?
You can use that, guy.
Good because I'm
Permission?
good because I'm going to.
Roughhousing, picture taking, hogging up the space where you could see the art people. Think of it this way, as like you're just literally in the way of someone trying to make lunch money. So like just don't do that.
Right, they're trying to feed themselves.
Yeah,
right?
like this is their bread and butter, and you're literally just like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in 5 years. Ah! let me scream.
Yeah.
Let me run into my friend and like almost knock over your whole display. Which
Oh, God.
That's a nightmare.
I have seen that happen.
Please don't do that.
Block me in front. No.
Yeah, especially since like that's a business. It's pretty
And
much like you're coming in and like
Hours
business.
putting it together
Yeah,
in the
if you
morning
wouldn't
while
go-
you're sleep deprived.
If you would not go stand in front of the cashier at Kroger and scream at your friend and jump on them while someone's trying to check out their groceries, don't do it in an artist alley.
That's right.
For people who have tables, don't be afraid to be like, hey, can you guys move over a little bit? Most people just don't pay attention because they're so busy talking. But
Yeah.
they're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in like 3 years. You're actually at this con. And they're like, hey, can you guys move? Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's done
That's
it.
exactly
Yeah.
how you should respond to it. If somebody asks
It's like,
you,
oh, can
it's
you
like
move
that-
over? You're kind of in the way of the art.
No
Say,
eye
oh, okay,
rolling,
sorry.
like
Yeah, not like, oh my God.
because it's not just a table and a badge. It's table, badge, expensive.
It's an
Parking
investment
lot,
for
food.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like a business trip.
It is a
Sometimes
business.
not even
Yeah.
making the money back for some people. That's
Oh,
scary.
definitely.
Often.
So it's like if you're not making a sale and you don't make out of the table back and more, then it's like, oh, thanks. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so just think of it that way as like, you know, just don't
Yeah.
deprive them of that.
And then along with like the whole being in front of the table, if you do know the artist and you sit there talking for hours, just be very aware
Yeah.
of like traffic coming through.
And the best people recognize it and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be that guy. Be that guy.
Yeah.
because I mean, I'll do that. I'll chat for 5 million years to someone if they have the time.
Yeah.
But if they don't, then I'm like, hey, I'll catch up with you later. Or I'll at least
Or at
try
least-
and like loop around and be like, are they busy now?
Or
See you
help.
later.
Help them sell something. Say,
Oh, there've been
okay,
times where I'm
looking at
like-
this. Draw them in.
Yeah.
Help the artist. Help your
Exactly.
friend.
If anything, what I usually do,
Chill for a minute.
here's a fun little tactic. I shift out of the way. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Were you looking at this? And then they're kind of like, it was I?
Drinks on the table.
Food on the
It's gonna be
table.
awful. if you are carrying around, or even bags, I'm gonna throw bags in there as well.
Oh.
If
Yes.
you're carrying around
Thank
anything
you.
at a con, a drink, a bag, food, do not by any circumstances set it on an artist's table.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you need to put it down for a minute because you need to pick something up or look at something, you can ask the artist,
Ask.
do you have somewhere I can set this? Because we always do, and we can help you.
That's
But
true.
let us help you.
Do not-
Don't just mess up our stuff.
There's no,
Yeah.
do not leave it there for 5 billion hours unattended, close friends. There's some people that do that where they're like, oh, I know them. I can leave my stuff here. No.
No.
We barely have space as it is. Do not
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
Try not to leave food, debris, trash. Please do not
Children.
leave trash. Children.
I have a son. Sometimes I bring him to cons. But he is always with me or my husband. You do not leave your child.
I'm also not in charge of your child. I'll let them get taken. I'm just kidding, I won't. But still.
It really comes down to like anything, just make sure you ask an artist before you do anything surrounding or
You should be
doing
careful.
with their table, you know?
That includes taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Photography.
So yeah, there's some artists that just do not want pictures of their art, and you need to respect that, like completely. There's no, oh, but I'm doing this. No one
Just-
cares.
And
If
I'm
they don't
one of
want
those
to, they
people.
don't want to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want photos of my stuff
Well,
because people steal
Yes.
patterns.
They can look
Yeah.
at it.
Pixel.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very particular about that. So, you know, if you're taking it, you know, for a friend because you're trying to show them a product, then please ask for my business card and put it in the picture.
Yeah.
So that way, you know, they can see exactly where to find me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me, like I don't have a sign up saying no pictures. I don't really, I'm not a free for all picture. If you want to come take a picture of myself, please ask. And that goes for any artist that doesn't already have a sign that says no pictures. Always ask.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's really, it's a way to avoid theft. It's a way to avoid lack of credit, because that's like taking a picture, going on Instagram, and you get 1,000 likes on that picture. Well, we've been working so hard to just sell a print of it. It's basically just to protect our
Credit.
creation.
Always give credit.
And always give
credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
I've had people straight up steal just my designs by just picture, and then
Take
like
picture.
a couple of weeks or a month later, I'm like, how did this get turned over into an enamel pin and
Yeah.
and all this other stuff? I'm like, oh. Something that really bothers me is that if you have some sort of opinion about any of the artists, you don't need to say it really, really super loud so that everybody can hear it. Example is that like my partner and I, we both have two completely different styles of art. Both require the same amount of dedication and both are very difficult, but then I mean, I literally have people say, oh, you don't want to go back and buy this trash. Here's the real art, like pointing to from my art as the trash and his art as the real art. I'm
Wow.
like, dude, like, I mean, it's okay. I can't keep people people like from having an opinion. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
super
fine.
cool. But you don't need to say that. Like the artist is right there, and even if you don't know if the artist is right there, you don't know who that person behind the table is. You know what I mean? That could be their kid that you're saying that in front of. Like that's really mean too. So it's like maybe just be wary of that. I mean, it's totally okay to have opinions. Just be a little nice.
Be respectful.
Don't say it in front of us. We all have
Talk to your friends.
really low
Self-esteem sucks
self-esteem.
enough. Yeah.
We already have low self-esteem.
Or
we
if
don't
you're like
need your
me, I'll
help.
probably just get up and yell at you and punch you in the face.
Right.
Do you have anything free at your table?
Oh my God.
Something free.
Oh my God, do you have anything for free? Because like I don't have any money.
And that's when I want to tell them just go.
I'll go into it expecting a
Please
free for all.
don't.
Yeah.
Because no.
Or even like some of the volunteers that will come and help, and they're genuinely like
Yes.
really want to be helpful. I'm like, go grab some buttons over there.
Yeah.
You know, take a couple
Totally.
for yourself or something like that.
Or even just like if you want to like trade with someone, that's cool too. Like,
Oh yeah.
I love to do
art trade.
I
Yeah,
love
art
doing
trades are
art
great.
trades. Now be careful though, like, cause sometimes, like, I've had like a couple of people get downright offended that I asked them about an art trade,
Oh.
like yell at me in my face.
Girl,
I'm like,
one time,
no,
No.
you too?
I mean, I've said no to people before simply because they didn't have anything I wanted in trade, but I've never been offended.
Girl, one time at a con, I legit was like, I really want to do an art trade, and they straight up told me, well, I don't like your art.
okay.
Like,
I don't like yours anymore either. What the shit? I was like, cool. You don't say that to people.
Like
That
you
would
know,
fall into the be respectful category.
yeah.
Lie to me! Lie to me!
Just don't be rude about it. Just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't. My inventory's low.
Yeah.
There you go.
That is a good
There's an answer. Oh, my inventory's low, or oh, I can't because this was promised to someone else. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
White
a million
lies
different
are
things
so
to
much
say.
better than just degrading someone's self-confidence. Because
I don't like your art.
well, all
Or
right,
even
I don't like
say-
your attitude.
Or even say, hey, I try to make as much money as I can at this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, which to be
That is
I
also
have
understandable.
given
And that is
everything
understandable.
true before.
That is
Yeah,
definitely
like
understandable. Okay.
music behind the table. What are y'all's stances on it?
So, if it's too loud, I will ask the person to lower it because when it gets to a point where I can't hear myself talk to
Yes.
the client that's inquiring.
Yeah, that's where.
Yeah,
That's because I could potentially lose a sale because I don't
You can't hear
understand what they're
anything.
saying. Yeah.
You're like, what?
Definitely.
What is he? Can I have this for free? What?
And I will say, more and more cons,
Oh, yes.
you aren't allowed to play music in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
anyway.
I like it because it's a good distraction if it's a lull. Because
Oh,
it does
yeah.
make my brain
I
be like,
agree.
you're awake. And I'm like, yes, I am. Techno music, take me away. But, like, yeah, it does help. But I understand why some cons are boycotting them. I do get it because some people play either really bad
Yeah.
music as
Well,
in
people don't know how to
inappropriate.
regulate.
So one of my pet peeves is people behind the table like ignoring customers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like even when I do my rounds walking around, and I'm already like shy enough as it is, so I like people to welcome, kind of welcome me.
I'm like,
if they're just there and like they're there like
Yes.
while I'm standing there like
Just-
trying to like. And honestly, that just goes into customer service. If
Yeah.
you want people to come into your table,
You gotta
And
get
keep
over
in
that
mind-
shyness. You gotta talk
Yeah.
to people.
Yes.
If you don't think you can do that, have a friend be with you who's chatty.
And don't be rude because, you know, the fact is that if you blow somebody off or you're a jerk to a customer, they may not talk to the person next to you either because they're bummed out, they're pissed off, whatever.
And
I keep in mind, turning customers off doesn't just hurt you, it hurts other people.
Right.
If you're not there to sell your product, then why do you have a table? Because there are plenty of people who want that.
That's
Yeah, you could
Right.
just
that is legit a spot that could be filled with someone else. To me,
Yeah.
I'm just like it's a potential artist that tried to fight to get their way in, and they got screwed over by someone who was like,
I'm just here to make, like, you know, hang out with my friends and play on my phone and not sell anything. Because I'm here on my parents' money. Or I'm here because I don't know, whatever. And I'm like, yeah.
All right. Carnival barking, right?
Carnival barking.
That's the term.
Come see the ladies with the mustaches.
don't talk about my table that way. Imagine, if you will, you're there selling, trying to sell wonderful things, and oh look, someone comes up to your table and is very interested in your product. And then homeboy Jimmy across the way is like, hey, come look at my stuff.
Look, I got Deadpool here. Come here.
Jimmy is gonna get shot in the face out in the parking lot.
If you see them in a costume and you're like, hey, I see you like Sailor Moon, I have Sailor Moon merchandise, that'd be one thing.
Right.
Instead of being like, why are you over there at that smelly table and mine is beautiful?
Yes, table poaching. That is what it is.
That's the
Table
word.
poaching.
That's kind of barky when I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, come and look at our table.
Yeah, they're not
Hey.
someone
It's not
else.
the
But
same.
I'm not like stealing it from
Yeah.
someone else.
No, they're
No,
obviously
no.
just passing by.
You
And
do
they're
it
like,
right.
I was gonna say, you do a great job bringing people into the table,
Yeah.
which is the point. You're supposed to do that.
inconsiderate neighbors.
Oh, that's right. We did.
Be respectful of like the area you are entitled to at a show. Like there's very little space behind tables, besides tables.
Packed like sardines.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you really need that little extra space, you need to make sure you ask everyone involved
Yes.
in that little amount of space.
Also true of during setup and breakdown, especially
Yeah.
if you're late to a con and
Yeah,
your setup
happens.
requires you to stand in the aisle for an hour, that's going to be a problem because
Yes.
you're blocking other people's booths
Yes.
and it makes you a bad person.
Just be aware.
If you're not done
being
yet,
aware.
which I'm often not because I move pretty slow, then move your stuff if it's not done behind the
Yeah,
setup,
exactly.
out of the aisle, and then
Exactly.
continue to
Because I've been in a couple where I'll put stuff
Exactly.
places, but that's because I know they're not there, and as soon as I see them, I'm like, I will move that. I'm so sorry. But it's just because I'm trying to like figure out where I'm putting it.
Yeah.
I'll move it.
Yeah. One last one before we wrap it up is
Okay.
table splitting.
Oh.
Just don't do it. It's not as cool as you think it'll be.
Wait, it depends. Wait, I do
yeah.
want to say, if you guys like never done it before and you guys are have been able to share spaces before in a
Yes.
way and really get along, then I say definitely try to, especially if you've never done it before and you do not have enough money. But in general,
Or inventory. If you don't have enough inventory for
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
yeah, because if you have, listen to this way, if you have a table's worth of inventory, then you're too big to share.
Yeah. If you know that you're gonna split, just cut down your inventory if you're okay
That's
with it.
also
If you're okay with it.
If
there's
you're
an agreement.
okay with it. If you don't feel comfortable with
That
it,
is
there's no problem in saying no. If they're a really good friend of
Yes.
yours, they'll understand.
Then they'll be
If you didn't want someone to do that to you, then don't do it to
Right.
someone else.
I mean-
Golden rule time.
Yeah.
You know, the golden rule really does work for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
To make new friends at
Yeah,
conventions.
Absolutely.
That's how a lot of, I mean, that's how I met.
That's
Elia.
how we all met.
That's how we all met.
At Artist Alley. Artist Alley is not a competition.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
like they look
We
like
are a
good people.
community. All of us in Artist Alley, we're independent artists just trying
Yeah.
to make it as artists. We're a community. We have to work together. The minute you like create a rivalry,
That too.
it doesn't make things fun.
No,
Like
yeah.
you all help each other grow by talking to each other. That's how we all got to
Communication,
where
kids.
we were. Is talking to each other and helping each other grow.
Communication.
So, and that's with other people too. Even if there's someone who's new to Artist Alley who comes up to your table and wants to legit learn about it, help them out.
Yes, definitely.
That's how I kind of get into it too, because I would ask them like, I'm like, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? It's not like I'm trying to be like, how do I steal your business?
Exactly. And if you're shy, that's okay. There's a group on Facebook called Artist Alley International.
Oh,
which
yeah.
was super helpful before I met everyone because I'm a super shy person. I don't like talking to people, and so like before I built the courage to talk, yeah, the irony. Well, before I built up the courage to talk to people,
Yes.
that was my go-to was the internet. And there's a lot of good resources online to meet other people. Hell, Instagram is where I meet a lot of artists now before I meet them in person.
So I stalk everybody. It's a community,
Yeah,
not a war.
it's a community, not a war.
And it
Yeah.
War's over, kids.
Well, if you treat it as a community, then it can grow as a community, and then you can all be successful together.
Yeah.
all do it.
Vanjie. Oh my God.
I'm so sorry!
Vanjie.
I feel like are we summoning her? We're summoning
I know.
Vanjie!
Here's everyone's art. So this is me drawing Shannon. Then here's Beth's drawing of me. Lisa's pixel of Izzy. Shannon's of Halo. Burp. Izzy's of Lisa. Here's Halo's of Beth. Yay! Alright, thank you all for watching. We hope you all take this advice and all that stuff. If you have any questions, stalk us on social media.
We're sauced.
Yeah, go check our convention schedules. Go find us, come say hi, everything. And have a good convention year, everybody. We'll see you all at the next